let go and exhale. Now bring in spirit. And exhale. You're making room, bring in spirit. Full lung capacity and let go. For that beautiful 3, bring in spirit again. Thank you in gratitude for this beautiful, beautiful day. The words of the song I heard, the rain's coming in, the reservoir is full. Shall we so be blessed with that here in Colorado? We're ready for that. We're ready for the rain and the moisture and the snow melting down from the mountaintops to bless our earth here, our wildflowers, to nourish our wild creatures, our woodland creatures, so that we too may have fresh water to drink, to fill our own body, human bodies up. For we know our true source is that beautiful presence of the indwelling spirit. And we go back to that well again and again and again. So I invite you this morning to just imagine above your head this golden rain shower and feel the softness as it cascades down across your head and your shoulders. It's taking with it any doubt, any fears. It's just washing those right down across your hips and your body and down into Mother Earth. She can take it. In the center of her is that ball of heat. She can take it. Give it to her. Release. Relax. Let go. And if it's comfortable, take a hand over your heart space and feel that beautiful drum beat, that rhythm within your own body, nourishing you, telling you everything's going to be okay. So as you're feeling that heartbeat, maybe gently take your other hand over your solar plexus, that intuitive spot, your gut. So now we're connected. Heart to intuition. Love to mindfulness. Let's be in that space. And if there's anything within you that you're calling to be healed, anything physical, mental well-being, just that feeling of everything's really okay. When we enter the silence, I invite you to feel that connection from your heart to your intuition so that you might know the right and perfect message just for you as we enter the silence.
Don, can you help me remember what we were just now talking about? Or, yeah.
Know that you can come back to this place anytime, anywhere. And I invite you to take both hands over your heart and in your mind, declare this to be true for you. I am living my best life. I am whole and free. I am a beautiful expression of the divine.
A beautiful expression.
And I am on purpose now. And I invite you to shake your fingers out a little bit. Let all that beautiful resonance just filter into the universe as we come back together in joy and celebration, in gratitude, fully present, right here, right now. And so it is. Amen.
I'm going to sing a song that I wrote actually as a love song for my husband, Matthew. After many years of believing that romantic love had to be a struggle and a fight to get someone to see me or love me, and I was so surprised and never believed I could find someone with whom I could feel at home and at rest and wholly myself. And that's a journey we do on our own, but it was beautiful to be able to find someone to do that with. So in our theme of rest and just sort of being at home in your own soul, I'm going to sing this song, and it is very sing-alongable, and I hope you will sing along with me. You'll get it really quickly. I'll just teach you really quickly. It's easy, so easy, easy now. Will you try that with me? It's easy, so easy, easy now. That's the whole thing. I'll look at you and it's your turn. I hope you'll sing loudly. Sunlight in my window, landing on my pillow, making me open my sleepy eyes. You greet me with a smile on, kisses like I've been gone, pulling me closer to your side, singing with me. It's easy, so easy, easy now. It's easy, so easy, easy now. You sound beautiful. I used to get worked up over the small stuff. I would be up all night about it. I can't help but laughing, and you know the sad thing is how I went on so long without it. Sing it. It's easy, so easy, easy now, yeah. Sing it again. It's easy, so easy, easy now. All those years believing love meant someone's leaving. All those years believing if it's not hard, it's not the real thing. Look at this weather, it's only getting better. Remember that winter when the lake froze? Now I'm hoping in the high tide, floating in the twilight, I can even do it with my eyes closed. It's easy, so easy, easy now. I'm gonna make it sing it by yourself.
See,
Yeah,
so easy.
yeah, easy now. Beautiful, sing it one more time. It's easy, so if it's not hard, it's not the real thing. Thank you for singing with me. That was beautiful.
If we allowed it to be easy, that was just beautiful. Thank you for sharing with us. When we're looking at the 10 Commandments, they were set up, for those of us who love Pirates of the Caribbean, kind of as guidelines. And we know at the time that they were created, we had a nomadic culture. And they came from a place of imprisonment. And they came from a place where they were subdued. So when they entered the desert, for how many years? 40 years. And what does that mean? As long as it takes forever. Yep, that spoke like a true married person. No, I'm just kidding. So as they were going through the desert and they were beginning to come into their own, they were looking for how do we manage ourselves. And so, you know, the famous story, Moses goes up on Mount Sinai, and he now comes with this beautiful white hair and these rules and these commandments. And he comes down amongst the people, and what are they doing? They reverted back to their old ways. They were very afraid, and they had that beautiful golden calf, and they're dancing around, and there's fruit, and there's food, and festivities. And what does Moses do? No fun, sir. Breaks those tablets right down there and says, nope, y'all messed up again. So we begin to look at the 10 Commandments today of how is it relevant to us? And something I want to share with you from Charles Fillmore. He pointed to the ultimate in the Sabbath keeping, the fourth commandment, when he said that within every person there is a church service going on all the time, and one needs only to enter in to experience it. Now, I'm sure many of us have had very different experiences in our childhood churches. Very different than when we come to a unity and we're allowed to applaud when we love our singer. When we have even been known to dance in the streets, the aisles, and we feel something. And I know my very first time I shared this morning in my very first Unity church, I was in a really dark place. And when the beautiful minister got up there and said, "You are love. You are loved." I'm like, I'm out the back door, see ya. Didn't want to be a part of all this good stuff because I had not heard those words in my life. And I was in a very, very difficult place. So I think when we come into a unity, which was very much like the song, we find home. We find a place that we don't have to be something that we are not. That we can go within and recognize our light and our shadow. In all of it, we declare it to be God. Our very first principle, God is everywhere present. And if that is true, you don't go somewhere that God is not already there. And we have an opportunity to look within ourselves and align with that spiritual presence that says we are good. We are inherently good because God is everywhere and God is good. So in the Bible passage, you might remember, for those of you who are academics, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, and the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. For in 6 days God made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath and hallowed it. What does hallow mean? Sacred, holy. And when we talk about a holy sanctuary in here, I like to declare it as WHOLLY. We are already whole unto ourselves. So when I read this passage, we work really hard. Some of us in this human manifested world, we are so busy. And what I hear in this is, take that 1 day of rest. Recognize within yourself all the good and all the beauty that you have created, and even the trials that you've been through, and the things that are hard for you to go through, the challenges, and still God calls it holy. We are still whole unto ourselves. So Butterworth says to us, at the heart of us is a stillness. It is guidance, life, and love. When we say, what does that say? Be still and know. When we say, let's be still, it is more than trying to become still in our bodies. It is the root of where that beautiful stillness lives. And the reality is, when we are in our natural state of grace, we are relaxed, we are open, we are receptive. So we want to be keenly receptive to that source that is always within us, always good, always wanting to bring peace to us. So that I might ask the question, what is the Sabbath? And in the Abrahamic religions, what do they all have in common? The Abrahamic religions? Abraham. Father Abraham. So that would be Judaism, that would be Christianity, and that would be Islam. And in the practice of Judaism today, on a Friday night, they will settle in and do the Seder and keep it holy, Shabbat. In Christianity, we tend to celebrate it on Sunday, if you will. And in Islam, it is actually Friday afternoon. And if you know a little bit about Islam, they have prayers throughout the day. And on Friday, they will let that one prayer go as they gather in a meeting place. And then they go back to work. So once upon a time, not so long ago, many churches had an 11 a.m. service. Do you know why? An 11 a.m. service. That was good. So in the agricultural world, that was in between milkings. So our very early days when the churches were being formed, most of this country, most of the world was agricultural. So that 11 o'clock hour was simply a convenience. Now we know by looking at our scriptures, the Hebrew people went to the temple all week long. What did we hear when Jesus was speaking at the temple and people were in awe? Who is this Son of Mary? We have a temple within us all week long. Something that Butterworth pointed out, he said, if you're really good on Sunday and you're getting filled up, what are you doing the other 6 days of the week? Question. So I thought we just came through Lent. What is the beautiful celebration that they do right before Lent when they blow it out in New Orleans? Come on. Mardi Gras. That is mardi en français is Tuesday. Gras is fat. So they drink and they party and they go wild and crazy abandonment because for 40 days they're going to have to give something up and be good. Then I thought along those lines, truly, what do we do at a bachelor or bachelorette party? Oh, some people blow it out before they go to that altar and say, I'm going to be with this one partner my entire life. And life changes. So what does that mean for us when we're going to say Sunday is like our holy day? Is every day an opportunity to be our holy day? Our day that we shine, not just I want people to come in on Sunday and maybe it's been rough. Maybe there's been a diagnosis. Maybe there's a challenge in a relationship. Maybe you weren't sure if you're the best parent this week. So you come in on Sunday and you get that atta-girl and you get that atta-boy and you walk out of here and you go, I could do really well. And then Monday morning comes along. You're like, did I forget what we said on Sunday? Did I forget that warm feeling that I had inside? Did I know that music that spoke to my soul? Can I carry it through the other 6 days of the week? And that is a personal journey. That is a personal journey. So then I learned, back in the day, we've had a lot of discussion in this country about separation of church and state. And our forefathers came over from the age of the Puritans in Europe. And the Puritans in Europe demanded the king was head of the church. This is going to be the bishop. This is how you're going to worship. This is what you're going to do. And like us unitics, our next group of people came over from Europe and they said, I don't want to follow your rules. I don't want to follow your rules. I want to create what is new and next for me. This is why Jefferson and Madison fought so hard for separation of church and state. It wasn't because they were non-believers. They were ready to create something new. In creating something new, we have an opportunity every day that we arise to say what is true and good for me today. And many of us have these busy, heavy work schedules. So when we look at things like the Sabbath, it's a time of rest. It's a time to acknowledge the things we have been doing. And some of us might think, well, I get up on Monday and I go into traffic and I go into an office. And some of us are busy creating workshops. And some of us are busy doing whatever we do all day. And then all of a sudden you've got a whole week. And the Sabbath is about recognizing the holy within each one of us. It is a moment for us to sit back, step back, and say, wow, look at all the things I do create. Instead of the things that you feel you're falling short of, Myrtle says this. She says when she was going through her tuberculosis treatments and she's in prayer, she said, I don't understand. I'm doing all the things I believe to be true. And God, I'm still having this ailment. And I'm feeling low and I'm feeling bad about myself. And then Spirit said to her, instead of criticizing yourself, instead of looking at all the things you're not doing well, I want you to look at your virtues. So for us, that day of rest, the Sabbath, the seventh day, is our opportunity to look at, wow, look at what I do well. Look at what I bring joy to myself and for others. Look how I can hold the presence of Rose and sit right beside her as she makes challenging decisions. Let me look at Dana as she's making her own decisions. And we giggle and we tell stories. And some of us in here love nature. So go out into nature and recognize and see the beauty of the deer that come on our playgrounds and leave their little droppings. We have an opportunity when the snow comes in to feel and be in that beautiful silence. Did you watch the snow on Friday? This whole place just amazes me. And I watched the fine little snowflakes. And within seconds, the big, fat snowflakes. Now, some of us scurried out there and covered up our blooming little flowers. And some of us sat at the door with a hot cup of tea and just soaked in the beauty of nature. That is our Sabbath. So instead of looking for a specific day and a specific time, we have an opportunity to create the Sabbath anytime, anywhere. Looking at the rhythm of life, our lives. Where do we place our priorities? Scientifically, I was looking at a longer exhale activates the very parasympathetic, I didn't even say that one right, nervous system. So essentially, when we exhale, it is kind of like when we clean out our closets. When you clean out your closet, you have more room for whatever it is you want to create. When we did our meditation and we did it backwards, when we exhaled, then we had more place to fill up our lung space, our capacity. And we have that opportunity every day in our lives to look at what is cluttered. What is it we're ready to let go of so that we can make room for what we want to create in our mindsets, in our thoughts, our behaviors. I've received a diagnosis years ago about asthma. And for anyone who has any breathing difficulties, there's times I get caught short of breath. So I have an inhaler. And on that inhaler, it actually says for me to exhale very deeply so that I can make room for the medicine to come in. So if that were true in your life, what is it you're ready to exhale very deeply to allow more good to come in your life? Now, this is a little bit of an act of courage. For some of us have done things the way we've done them and the way we've believed them to be true for a very long time. We may have had someone in our family, in our presence, in our learnings, and we really admired them. We really respected them. And now I'm asking you to exhale very deeply and to allow the very new good that wants to come into your life. And you have an opportunity to examine, what am I really ready to let go of? Now, when I mentioned 6 days on, or the seventh day is the Sabbath, that was created for 6 days on, 6 years on in the agricultural field. So in the seventh year, our ancient relatives in the agricultural world, they let the land lay still to recover, to rejuvenate in that seventh year. So this was really based on not only rest for the individuals and for the land, it was a rest for the people. And if you go deeply into Scripture, it is also a release from debt. Now, when I think of that, it takes me back to the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespassed against us. Now, you don't have to wait till the seventh year to do that. You don't have to wait 7 months, 7 days, 7 hours. If you are holding on to something that is holding you back, because what is forgiveness for? Who's it for? Us, right? So if we are holding on to something that is holding us back, we have the opportunity every morning, every night. If you want 7 days, do 7 days. Don't wait 7 years. Let it go. Really dig down deep. What are you ready to let go of? What strings are holding you captive? Then, in our beautiful Sabbath moment, in this beautiful Colorado state, in this beautiful cities that we all live in and call our homes, look around you. Look at the land. Look at the trees. The irises are trying to come up. The daffodils may have survived Friday. So look at what brings you joy. Soak in that essence. That is replenishing us. That we're not always heavily inundated with what the world puts out there. The news. I loved it. What did River say? I only look at our newsletter. I'm not doing all that stuff on TV. Because all they're doing is bickering and arguing and war. Where's a good story? Where's the one that looks at us and says, did you see my little flower blooming today? Did you see the owls in their little cubby of the tree? Did you hear truly that there is a lion and she's having a good time roaming the streets in old Colorado City, right? So we're going to bless her that she's safe and everybody around her. Again, watching for what is natural to where we choose to call home so that we can replenish ourselves on a daily basis. This truly is our Sabbath. You may have heard the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. And here's Butterworth. He's one of my favorites. The Sabbath is the moment the soul remembers its source. That moment that you get quiet and still, and you go within and you hear those messages. And some of us don't hear them in the audio. We feel the presence. We feel it. We don't even have to know what language it is. We just know what we know, that intuitive source, that connection from heart to intuition. And we stay in that place for however long you give yourself permission. You don't have to wait 7 years. You don't have to wait 7 days. Anytime, anywhere, any space. So we're going to call on ourselves to be our own creators, our own illuminators to that beautiful path that when things get a little hairy and we feel overwhelmed, I'm going to invite you to exhale. One more time, everybody. And inhale spirit. Do you know physically that resets your body? If you will do it 3 times, not in a hurry, it resets the caliber of your body. For this beautiful, holy, and sacred message, I invite everyone to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy, hallowed ground within each one of us. Now I'm going to invite River to come up and share with us the Native American flute.
there. Oh, thank you, River. That was lovely. So peaceful. I'm having a Sabbath moment right now. I'd like to invite our ushers to come forward, and as they do, if you will prepare your gifts. Richard says you can't hear me. Is that better, or is my mic not right? Yeah, it's on. Is it on? Yeah. Okay, good. It's my wispy, raspy voice, I think. So, as we prepare our offering, would I invite you to repeat with me our offering blessing? We hold our gift to our heart and fill it with the intentions of grace, love, and peace. Know that it goes out into the world, blessed and multiplied, serving this community and the world to the fullest. And so it is. Amen.
We come to this life hungry, from a mother's breast to the next thing. Love, love. We can't say its name now, we stumble. We are not ashamed when we're younger. Love, love. Ooh, we all know how love. We all know how. We don't trust the ones who want us, chasing after those running from us. Love, love. Ooh, we all know how love. We all know how.
Oh, lots of things going on that we need to highlight and talk about. First of all, the flowers today, this beautiful orchid arrangement that you see here, are in celebration of Linda Anthony's April 20th birthday. Happy birthday, Linda. And I'm going to take the liberty and say, is there anyone else in this room or on Zoom that is having an April birthday? If so, let us know. Miss Fran over here, we all know our precious Fran, and it's what, 94. I won't, if Linda wants to share, that's great, but I won't ask her to share. It's up to you. Anyone else? I saw, Rose, happy birthday. Happy April birthdays. All right. Let's see what else. We've got a lot of things going on. Are there? I would like to welcome the newcomers. If there are any newcomers here with us today or even on Zoom, we invite you, if you would, to fill out our visitor form, sign up for our newsletter, and come have lunch with us in the fellowship hall. Every Sunday, we gather in the fellowship hall for potluck, and so we would love to meet and greet and welcome you. Okay, now we're going to go through these announcements, and there's a bunch. Unity Board meeting, new day and time. The board will meet starting tomorrow, April 20th, on the third Monday of each month, from 10 to 12 in the Unity Fellowship Hall. If you would like to address the board, then please email to Lorelei, Unity Board President, and you can catch her and get her email later. Happening Saturday, April 25th in the Fellowship Hall. Men's group meets at 8:30 to 10 in the Unity Fellowship Hall. Join the group for coffee and fellowship on the second and fourth Sundays, and see Don Turner for group information. Sacred Women's Circle. Ladies, please join us at 3 to 5 p.m. for herb gardening presented by Jackie Board. Learn how to grow herbs, their medicinal properties, and make them look decorative. Hello? And there's more. Wait, there's more. Happening today, healing circles, and I would like to invite Miss Rose, Reverend Rose, to the platform to discuss healing circles with us.
Thank you. You may have noticed this paper that's on the chairs. This describes what we are doing immediately after lunch today, 11:45. Please join us. We have over 15 healing practitioners that are ready to serve you today. We have Reiki healers, Lemurian Rose, energy workers. We have pranic healing workers. The pranic healers still have about 10 slots where you can sign up. They will be in the library. Susan Anderson has organized them. They do work with the chakras and with the energy work to cleanse emotional and physical maladies. We also have prayer chaplains that will be working with us today and intuitive workers. So you can sign up on the bulletin board as you go into lunch. And then please join us at 11:45. And as you are in here, we'll do a prayer, we'll play healing music, and we'll hold sacred silence as people receive their healing treatments. Thank you. And thank you to all our energy workers who've worked diligently to make this happen.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Rose. And now we have Marley, who is going to tell us about the journey into the self. This sounds very promising, too.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here, and I wanted to announce that I currently have my office here at Unity. The work that I do is inward work. It's about the alignment of our human selves with our divine selves. And this is how I do my practice. I'm going to be, after lunch today at 11:45, I will have a questions and answer session for any of you that have any curiosity about what I do. I do have a description with me that I will show you, and you can ask questions. It's really about learning to come from love, self-love first and foremost, and how we become that catalyst to ripple out that love once we learn how to love ourselves unconditionally. So I'm so pleased to be here at Unity, and I invite you to come to the meditation room at 11:45, and that's where we will be meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marley. Guess what? We have children today. Whoa. Here they come.
Good morning. This is the well-beings today. This is Luna, and Reagan. And they got their puppets. I don't know what their names are, do you know?
Luna. Luna and Curly.
And what did you guys talk about today? What did we talk about today in class?
Dream.
What else?
I don't know. Horses.
We talked about dreams and horses and imagination, and that's why they brought their puppets, because Luna talked about hugging
Puppets.
when we decided that a cow and a chicken, when you imagination, a cow and a chicken can hug, just like she did. We had so much fun today. Thanks, guys. We need to do the affirmation. You guys stand up and do this with me. Okay. We affirm that our children are drawn here in love and joy. They come with open hearts and curious and guided by spirit. Together we create a sacred, playful space where young hearts are welcomed. And as they arrive, our community grows brighter and more alive. And so it is. Yay!
So glad to see you all. Thank you. Thank you. Just a quick reminder to check the Unity newsletter. Boy, this week there was a lot of stuff in it. Keep scrolling and scrolling because you'll learn a lot of things. There's lots going on here. Check the bulletin boards, check online on Facebook and our website. The calendar on our website will tell you about activities that are going on also. And if you would, I would invite you to please stand and join me in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And please join hands as we sing our peace song. All right. Yeah.
You guys are a beautiful
We're family. We
circle.
can squish.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that is meant to be with God, our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
know which side I was going to be